Gentlemen, let me ask you something straight. How many times have you been told that magnesium is the magic supplement, for energy, for sleep, even for performance in the bedroom? For years, men have been sold the idea that magnesium is the answer. But I'm here to tell you that advice might actually be keeping you stuck. Magnesium does have its place, it supports muscles and relaxation, but when it comes to restoring firmness, stamina, and the sense of manhood you thought was gone, magnesium is not the solution. In fact, for some men, taking magnesium at night can make things worse. It can blunt the very hormone rhythms your body needs to restore testosterone and circulation while you sleep. That means you could be doing the right thing with the wrong supplement and wondering why nothing changes. The truth is simpler, and far more powerful. There are 2 vitamins you can take at night that directly wake up your body's natural drive. These vitamins support hormone production, restore nitric oxide, and bring back the reliable, lasting erections so many men fear they have lost. And no, this isn't hype. This is physiology. It's how your body is designed to work when you provide the right building blocks. I'm Dr. Jennifer Morgan, a urologist with over 25 years of experience helping men over 50 restore vitality naturally. I may not be a man, but I've listened to thousands of men share their frustrations, the awkward silences with their partner, the embarrassment of avoiding intimacy, the disappointment of pills that didn't deliver, and the quiet fear that this part of life is over. I can tell you with absolute confidence, it does not have to be. Weak erections aren't just a bedroom problem. They're often the first warning sign of something deeper: slowing circulation, dropping testosterone, and accelerated aging. Ignore it, and you're not just risking intimacy, you're risking your heart, your brain, and your long-term vitality. I've seen it too many times. That's why this conversation isn't about vanity. It's about survival, about dignity, about holding on to the strength that defines you as a man. And here's the part that should give you hope. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s restore confidence and energy with a simple shift in their nighttime routine. 2 vitamins taken at the right time can transform the way your body responds, sometimes within weeks, and for some men, within days. So stay with me. In this video, I'll show you exactly what these vitamins are, how they work, and why they can succeed even if you've struggled for years. But before we dive into the details, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried taking supplements at night to improve vitality? Type yes or no in the comments below. Your answer might encourage another man watching who feels the same uncertainty you do. Now let's start with the first vitamin, one that most men associate with bone health, but almost no one realizes is directly tied to testosterone, circulation, and performance. Most men over 50 have heard the same advice: if you feel tired, weak, or restless at night, just take magnesium. It may calm you, help you sleep, and possibly support performance. But here's the reality: magnesium has its benefits, but it doesn't restore testosterone and it doesn't directly improve pelvic circulation. In fact, for some men, taking magnesium at night can relax the nervous system too much, interfering with the very hormone pulses that build strength and manhood while you sleep. Let's step back and look at what really drives firmness, stamina, and vitality. Erections are not random events, they're a precise system of chemistry and mechanics. Blood must rush into erectile tissue. Nerves must send sharp signals. Hormones must create the drive that makes it all possible. When these pieces work together, erections feel firm, sensitivity is sharp, and climax is powerful. When they fail, everything feels flat. Circulation is the first pillar. Without strong blood flow, nothing else matters. Nitric oxide, a natural chemical messenger, tells your arteries to expand. The problem is, nitric oxide levels drop with age. Less nitric oxide means tighter arteries, less blood entering the tissue, and weaker firmness. Hormones are the second pillar. Testosterone is the master hormone of male vitality. It fuels muscle strength, energy, confidence, and sexual drive. But research shows that testosterone drops by about 1% per year after age 40. By the time a man reaches 60 or 70, his levels may be too low to support reliable performance. Nerves are the third pillar. They carry messages from the brain to the body. Years of stress, alcohol, poor diet, and nutrient deficiencies dull these pathways. That's why many men describe their release as flat or muted. The wiring is still there, but the signals are weak. This is where vitamins D3 and zinc come into the picture. Vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin, it behaves like a hormone. It locks into the same receptors that control testosterone production. Without enough vitamin D3, your body cannot trigger testosterone effectively. Zinc is the partner mineral. It acts like the ignition switch for hormone production. Without zinc, your body cannot convert the signal into actual testosterone. I remember a patient named Richard. At 74, he told me he hadn't had a fully firm erection in over 3 years. He had tried medications, but the side effects left him frustrated. Blood work showed his vitamin D levels were extremely low and his zinc was nearly depleted. I recommended a simple nighttime routine, vitamin D3 with dinner and zinc before bed. 6 weeks later, Richard came back with tears in his eyes. He told me, "Doctor, it worked. I thought I was finished, but I'm waking up with firmness again." His energy was higher, his mood brighter, and his marriage was healing. Richard's story is not rare. This is what happens when men correct the deficiencies that silently drain vitality. Magnesium alone will never achieve that. But vitamin D3 and zinc, taken at the right time, directly support testosterone, circulation, and performance. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how these vitamins work in your body, the correct way to take them, and why timing at night makes all the difference. Here's the practical solution you can start tonight. The truth is, most men aren't suffering from a lack of magnesium, they're lacking vitamin D3 and zinc. These two nutrients form the foundation for testosterone and circulation. When combined, the results can be dramatic. Let's start with vitamin D3. Most people think of it as a bone vitamin or an immune booster, but biologically, it functions more like a hormone. It locks into receptors in your body that control testosterone production. Without enough vitamin D3, your body's signal to produce testosterone is weak. With healthy levels, your body can respond with strength. This is why men with low vitamin D3 often feel tired, struggle to build muscle, gain belly fat, and experience weaker erections. Timing matters. Testosterone production peaks while you sleep, especially between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Taking vitamin D3 with your evening meal ensures it's available in your bloodstream exactly when your body is primed to rebuild hormones and restore circulation. But here's the catch, vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. If you take it on an empty stomach, your body cannot absorb it properly. That's why I tell my patients to take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 with dinner, ideally with foods that contain healthy fats like salmon, avocado, or olive oil. Now, let's add zinc. If vitamin D3 is the key in the ignition, zinc is the fuel in the tank. Your brain releases a signal called luteinizing hormone that tells your testes to make testosterone. Zinc is what allows that signal to trigger production. Without zinc, the message never gets through. That's why men who are zinc deficient often have low testosterone, weak erections, and low energy. The best time to take zinc is about 2 hours before bed. For most men, 15 to 30 milligrams hits the sweet spot. Less than that and you may not notice results. More than that can upset your stomach or interfere with copper levels. I recommend around 20 milligrams with a glass of plain water. Do not take it with dairy, coffee, or alcohol, as these block absorption. I had a patient named Michael, age 68, who told me, "I feel like less of a man. My energy is gone, my erections unreliable, and my mood low." We started this exact nighttime routine, vitamin D3 with dinner and zinc before bed. Within 3 weeks, he called my office saying, "Doctor, I woke up and felt like my body was mine again." His energy improved, his erections returned, and his confidence soared. His wife even teased him, asking what had gotten into him. That is the power of correcting deficiencies. This is not a gimmick, it's physiology. Vitamin D3 primes the hormone receptors. Zinc fuels testosterone production. Together, they give your body the building blocks it needs to restore firmness, stamina, and vitality. Together, vitamin D3 and zinc restore the very systems that make a man feel alive. But I need to give you a warning: many men make simple mistakes that cancel out the benefits of this routine. In the next section, I'll show you the most common traps to avoid, and I'll reveal 3 supplements you should never take at night if you want this protocol to work. By now, you can see how powerful vitamin D3 and zinc can be when taken at night. But here's where many men fail. They either take the wrong dose, forget the timing, or mix these vitamins with other supplements that cancel out the benefits. Let me be clear: if you want lasting results, you must avoid the 3 most common mistakes. The first mistake is taking vitamin C at night. Vitamin C is excellent for immunity during the day, but at night it can interfere with sleep quality and blunt your natural testosterone rhythm. Save it for the morning. The second mistake is taking B-complex vitamins at night. B vitamins are energizers. They rev up your nervous system and can leave you tossing and turning when your body should be in repair mode. The third mistake is taking any supplement with hidden caffeine. You'd be surprised how many energy boosters or fat-burning blends sneak caffeine into the formula. Even small amounts can disrupt sleep and weaken your hormone cycle. If you must take them, do so during the day, but never at night. Timing is not optional. It is essential. Too many men think supplements are only about what you take, not when you take them. The truth is, the clock is just as important as the capsule. Your body has rhythms. Testosterone surges between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., and this is the window when D3 and zinc work best to restore circulation, hormone production, and vitality. And 3 a.m. growth hormone is released during deep sleep. Blood vessels repair themselves overnight. When you align your supplementation with these natural rhythms, you amplify your body's own power. Let me share a story. James, age 72, told me he hadn't felt a true morning erection in over a decade. He was discouraged, even ashamed. He had tried pills, but they gave him headaches and left him feeling less like himself. We started the nighttime vitamin protocol: vitamin D3 with dinner and zinc 2 hours before bed, nothing else at night except water. By the 4th week, James looked at me with disbelief. "Doctor," I woke up and couldn't believe it. It felt like being 40 again. His wife told me privately, "You gave me my husband back." But here's the key: it wasn't just physical. James walked taller, spoke with more energy, and even dressed sharper. When a man restores his confidence, everything in his life improves. That's why I tell men this protocol is not a bedroom trick, it's a whole body upgrade, starting with the most obvious result. Long-term success comes from consistency. This is not something you try for 3 days and quit. For most men, subtle changes appear within a week. By weeks 3 to 6, firmness and energy improve noticeably. By 3 months, many men feel like they've turned back the clock. Combine this with good sleep, moderate exercise, and a diet low in sugar and alcohol, and the results multiply. So let me remind you, vitamin D3 is the key in the ignition. Zinc is the fuel in the tank. The wrong supplements at night are the sand in the gears. Put them together the right way, and you give your body the chance to restore what age has slowly taken away. In this final section, I'll recap the exact steps, remind you of the most important lessons, and leave you with a clear plan you can start tonight. We've covered a lot, so let's pull everything into a simple, actionable plan. Lesson 1: Magnesium, while useful in some cases, is not the solution for restoring firmness, stamina, and vitality. For many men, taking it at night may even interfere with the natural hormone rhythms that keep testosterone and circulation strong. Lesson 2: Weak erections aren't just a sign of aging, they're a signal of deeper issues: low testosterone, poor circulation, and nutrient deficiencies. Ignoring that signal puts more than intimacy at risk, it threatens your energy, heart, and long-term health. Lesson 3: 2 nutrients, vitamin D3 and zinc, taken at the right time can help restore the very systems that keep you feeling like a man. Vitamin D3 primes hormone receptors. Zinc fuels testosterone production. Together, they work with your body's natural nightly repair cycle to rebuild strength from the inside out. Here's the exact step-by-step protocol. With your evening meal, ideally containing healthy fats like salmon, avocado, or olive oil, take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3. This ensures proper absorption and makes it available during your body's peak hormone repair window. About 2 hours before bed, take 15 to 30 milligrams of zinc with plain water. Do not take it with dairy, coffee, or alcohol, as these block absorption. Keep it simple. Consistency matters more than anything else. We also covered what not to do. Do not take vitamin C at night, it interferes with testosterone production. Do not take B vitamins at night, they stimulate your nervous system and disrupt sleep. Follow these steps, and you give your body the tools to restore energy, firmness, and vitality naturally. And do not take hidden caffeine supplements, which sabotage hormone repair. Now, imagine what life could look like in 3 weeks, 6 weeks, or 3 months, waking up with stronger morning energy, feeling your body respond without hesitation, and experiencing intimacy without frustration or fear of failure. This is not wishful thinking, it's physiology. When you give your body the tools it's been missing, I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s transform with this simple routine. Men who thought their vitality was gone forever rediscovered energy, confidence, and closeness with their partners. Age is not the enemy, deficiency is. Fix the deficiency, and your body remembers how to perform. Here's my challenge: commit to this routine for 30 days, follow the protocol exactly, and pay attention. Notice the difference in your energy, mood, firmness, and confidence. And when you see those changes, share your story in the comments below. Your experience may inspire another man who feels the same doubts you once did. Before we close, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss future science-based strategies for men over 50. Share this with someone who needs to know that decline is not destiny. And remember, this video is for educational purposes, not a prescription. Every man's body is unique, so always talk with your doctor before making changes.